Farmer.
Salah. Oh, wow.
Huge shot. It's given straight away. Yet again fails.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dugout Podcast. I am your co-host Andrew, and I'm joined by my fellow co-host Marissa.
Hi.
Now Marissa, I'm going to turn over to you. I know you're multitasking, but I just want to introduce the first segment. Give me a little tee up, set me up, a little alley hoop.
I am crying about the fact that you need a tee up for a segment that I know you're more than ready for. But anyways, I will indulge you.
Thank you.
Welcome, viewers. So today on the agenda that I did not create, but for some reason I'm introducing, we are going to talk about Liverpool, and we're going to talk about Liverpool, specifically the match on Sunday. Andrew's going to give, in his words, a controlled rant about his thoughts about the game and Liverpool and what's ailing Liverpool. We're also going to talk about the sacking of Ange Postecoglou, which really comes as no surprise to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do the leaderboard.
Okay.
It sounds like a short show, but somebody tells me it won't be.
You're trying to say that I have powers
I'm not trying to say anything.
of verbal spewing,
I'm not trying
verbal
to say
diarrhea.
anything.
You think I'm going to speak for minutes on end?
I'm not trying to say anything.
But you know what? I'm going to shock you. Actually, well, not shock you in terms of the length, but it will shock you in terms of the content of what I say. So when I messaged Marissa after the game, and I told her, and I sent her the agenda, I think I had her rant, right? My turn to rant.
And then three angry emojis.
I think it was 4.
Okay.
Angry emojis, correct. Because I was really annoyed, I was fuming, I was frustrated, I couldn't see any anything positive for any performance. Except for the fact that Liverpool had a lot of chances, which you can't deny. But I said to you that I would try to rewatch again because I wanted to be really, really sure about my assessment. Watching the game live and then watching it over for a perspective are two entirely different things. And I feel as though now that I have seen it the second time, not the entire game, I only watched the first half, but still, I have a different outlook on it and what's in Liverpool. I wouldn't remember. I think last time we spoke about the back-to-back defeats when we went down to Chelsea. I said that I felt as though Liverpool were unlucky in certain moments because that game could have gone either way. I mentioned the Palace game where in the second half, apart from conceding, I felt they did most things right. Against Man United, well, I'm not going to go as far to say they were unlucky. Some people might think if some people like me rewatch the game, they might think that they have been unlucky, but I wouldn't really call it unlucky. But let me talk about the game really quickly. Liverpool had the worst possible start, conceding that goal in the first minute or so. And once again, Michael Oliver, I sent to attention or discussion because of his failure to blow the whistle for a head injury. My take on it though, in the immediate moment, I don't fault him for not stopping the game. Chiefly because it was Van Dijk who collided with McAllister and not a Man United player. So for me,
what does that matter?
Normally watching games, if there's a head injury, very, very seldom a referee will blow the whistle immediately. Normally he lets the game play for a couple seconds, then he brings it back. Okay. I find that referees tend to blow the whistle more immediately if it's an opposition player that was somewhat involved in the collision or the injury. So that's why I say, like for me, I said watching it in the immediate game, I didn't really feel as though stopping the game because it wasn't like McAllister was down and then in a different phase of play the goal scored. It was the same phase. Because if you remember correctly, what happened was that McAllister jumped into the back of Van Dijk jumped in the back of McAllister. Right. The ball dropped. Referee didn't blow the whistle. Van Dijk actually maintained to try to win the ball. Fernandes played out to the right hand side to Diallo. And this is where I would have been annoyed at the defending from Liverpool. Van Dijk jogging back lackadaisically and didn't see, I didn't know what it is. Almost seemed like he tried to pass on and Bomo to Konate, which he shouldn't have done. He should have dealt with it himself. And the guys, correct, and the guys get a goal. So you're giving yourself an uphill battle. Well, really an uphill battle, but you're giving the other team a head start. Apart from that, though, like I said, when I watched the game first time, I felt like Liverpool had problems in the build-up in terms of creating chances and getting the ball into the final third. And rewatching it, because I couldn't understand initially why McAllister was pushed so high up. It was almost like McAllister and Szoboszlai were sort of like advanced 10s, trying in like in between the space behind Fernandes and Casemiro on either side. And I couldn't understand why, because for me it was like you left Gravenberch as a single pivot, and it felt like Liverpool were struggling to get the ball into those areas, right? Having watched it back though, I kind of see what Slot was trying to do. Funny enough, and it was a good plan. It had Liverpool made the situations count that they got into, because watching back the game in first half, like watching it live, it felt like Liverpool didn't do that, didn't get the ball in those areas often enough. Watching it back after the fact, I felt Liverpool got pretty okay, got the balls into McAllister, into Szoboszlai in the half space with regularity. And when they got into those positions, because what will happen is that when you get the ball there, it means that center backs from Man United got to make a decision. Either going to step forward and challenge you, or leave the space and try to mark Isak or whoever making the run, which would be Gakpo or Salah. So when it did happen, When it did happen, Liverpool looked dangerous. It just didn't make the most of it. As we know, Gakpo hit the post twice in the first half, and then once again in the second half. Isak had 2 good chances. Salah had a couple. A glaring one in the second half that he missed. But I ain't gonna kill the attack. I think the problem with the attack is that a lot of the forward personnel, chiefly Salah, Gakpo, Isak, the ones who started, I'll start with them, aren't in the best of form and aren't finishing off chances. But Liverpool created more enough chances to win that game. I think what's in Liverpool, something is wrong with the defensive structure. They're giving up. I guess Man United. The only game that I felt like an overwhelming amount of chances were given up against them was probably Palace, and then late in the game against Chelsea. The game against Man United, it wasn't an overwhelming amount of chances, but they were giving up good chances, and it wasn't good chances because against Man United because Man United did anything special. It was good chances because sloppy defending, bad decision making at times. I think what really irritated me about the result was the manner in which they conceded that second goal, because Man played a short corner and Bruno took the shot first time, it got blocked and it came right back with the Fernandes who played the ball in one time. But the minute the ball got blocked, you saw Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones fly and go to the box and left Konate as his sole man by the back post against 3 men, a whole line.
Anyone,
Maguire, Delit, or Dorgu.
Anybody could have put that in.
Yes, and those are things that can't happen. And my whole frustration with people like Szoboszlai is that yes, he's not a defender by trade, but he's the national team captain. He know better. He's vastly experienced too. He should know better. Curtis Jones has been in the first team picture for about at least 5 seasons now. Should know better. So I think the players are culpable for the result. Van Dijk need to do better as a defender. Like the first goal is his fault. Also, I find that he's not leading. It's like he pointing finger and blaming and cussing everybody else except himself, and
on the pitch, and I feel a bit off the pitch as well.
Exactly. I'm not sure if some of these signings, chiefly because he no one on the bench, confined to the bench, which is Robertson. I'm not sure if it bruised some people's ego or whatever the case would be, but he needs to help Kirkes. For all his great attributes, the one thing that people normally laud about Van Dijk is that it doesn't matter who's playing beside him, they look better. When he's there, they look more in command, they look more assured. We're not seeing that right now, and he needs to improve on that. Whilst I do think there are things for Liverpool to fix in the build-up, like I said, I've been watching it back. I don't think it's as bad as I thought it was initially. Things that I do need to fix though is that Kirkes, you're gonna make a decision on him, because I don't think he looks comfortable bringing the ball out. Too often his body shape is to turn back towards the goal, which he's not opening his body enough to find the options like Robertson would, and it doesn't seem that he has a good understanding or relationship with Gakpo just yet. Bradley's more runner. The problem is that when Bradley had a time in first half, Bradley did make advanced runs, but then can the players that are on the ball, like Gavin Bird for example, find him? That was my frustration because McAllister, who could be deep and maybe more of a progressive passer, wasn't on the ball because he was in that advanced position. But I see what Slot was trying to do. Fair enough. Had it been more clinical, it could have been a different story, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Carragher hit the nail on your head, which is that until Liverpool improve defensively, they won't win anything, and that's the biggest thing. The defending, and if you watch all the games, it's either from a transition, getting counter attack, from a set piece, and normally set piece is not quality delivery or anything. That is mostly bad marking, bad decision making at key times, trying to like spring for counter attack when you're not in control possession just yet. Them type of things leading to goals, or defending in the wide areas where Kanate or Van Dijk getting stuck out wide and teams are exploiting the space on the side. Something off in terms of structure, and Slot will go try to figure that out defensively for sure, because normally successful teams, they start with the back and then you come forward. I think the forward areas where Liverpool could do better, I think Liverpool will get better in forward areas. Let me just put it that way. I think where Slot could come in for some criticism is one. It's clear to me that he hasn't figured out yet exactly where he wants to best use Florian Wirtz. I don't like the fact that he was on the bench. He said at the start, not going to change my mind on that. But I think he's kind of caught if he wants to play Wirtz as a 10 or if he wants to play Wirtz in one of the wide areas and let Florian Wirtz drift inside. He has to figure it out in his mind, and he has to play him, because that's the only way you're going to get you. I mean, he's not been playing bad, but that's the only way we're going to really get him in form, and he needs momentum. I think it was wrong. I stick by this. I think it has been wrong to bench Ekitike for Isak at this moment. I think Isak, having not had any preseason, basically should have been phased in. The only game that I could excuse Isak starting for was the Palace game where Ekitike was suspended. Immediately after that, Ekitike should have came straight back in, and Isak should have been introduced gradually. 30, your occasional cup game until he gets a run and he gets that rhythm, and then you get easy back in, especially when the team doing well. I think you got to play Salah into form. Many people talking about drop Salah for you got to play. I don't give you 2-year contract. You got to play Salah into form. Salah often has these ruts. I believe he would catch by his form. And the other thing he running from is mentioning where the thing is that where you're going to use where it's going to have implication on Shabbosa and Gakpo and where they play and when they play, and that's what he needs to work out. But I think I saw enough from the offensive element that I think Liverpool will be fine once the players gel. Again, though, the problem is that whilst these players trying to gel and whilst this team trying to get settle down, you might have a situation where your targets are drifting away, and by the time you settle down, it might be too late. So in the midst of settling down, I'm trying to find a fluency and a cohesiveness and getting people back in the form and getting people back in the rhythm. You still need to win games. Best time will be tomorrow against Frankfurt, and then on Saturday against Brentford. I think that's when they play.
At Frankfurt.
Both games are away. Frankfurt away, Brentford away.
Brentford will be tough. Brentford will be tough.
Brentford definitely be tough. Frankfurt will be tough too, because I think that when you lose 4 games on Spain, the confidence has to take a knock.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I was getting frustrated with Slot, because if watching the game live, it felt like Slot didn't have a plan. That's how he wanted to hurt Man United. Watching it back, it was like, okay, I see what he was trying to do. I see what the players were trying to do, and they were getting done pretty okay. Just the final bit being Isak snatch out a shot. Final bit Isak get played through on goal. Because I haven't talked about Man United, but I should talk about Man United. What they did well. Man United were disciplined and well structured, well, for the most part well organized. Man United didn't press too much. What they did was that, and they went direct, so they went direct, oftentimes kicking the ball on when they fighting for the second ball. They have players that pacey and have a little bit of skill. Diallo, Cunha, and Mbeumo, right? And Fernandes, good pass the ball. What Fernandes is able to do is that Fernandes can switch the ball pretty quickly and early. So before the defense is necessarily set, if the ball breaks on transition, he can spring. Cunha can do it as well, and Mbeumo is quick and skillful. That's what Man U did, but Man U didn't do that really often. If you count Man U's chances in the first half, the goal, where people who debate whether or not the play should have been stopped, you seem to think that the play should have been stopped because of head injury. I seem to think, I agree with you, but I ain't calling over spill milk or Bandit should defend the situation better. That's why I'm playing it. There was that chance. There was Bruno Fernandes' chance was a transition moment where Cunha sprint the ball away and then Diallo basically laid it back and he walked onto it. He should have buried that. No, I think it would have put 2-0, but let me not forget I got away the post right before that. So fair enough, cool. The other chance I had was when Marvin fumble across that Mount flick with the back heel and look over the bar. If you count, that's a chance. And the other one was where the ball get played through the side. Kirkes desperately stretching and started to deflect the ball into the path of my player, and Marvin had to come out and clear with the leg, and then the shot came in from Mount and it was parried. Those are chances. Let me say the chances, half chances, pretty much that Man U had. Only genuine chances he went for Fernandes. Second half, what chance Man U had besides the Maguire header?
I ain't seen none in the highlights.
They had none. There wasn't any. There weren't any. So what I'm saying is that Man U didn't do a lot with the ball either. What Man U benefit from is that Liverpool up front ain't scoring the chances.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so maybe it's a good time to play Liverpool right now.
It is, for sure.
But let me not take anything away from Man United. They had a plan which was exploit the wide areas from Liverpool and try to spring on in transition when you could. Apart from that, even with Man United's defensive structure, I saw enough times that I'm pretty sure that's what Arne Slot meant when he said that he thinks if Liverpool still bringing those performances, they will win games. I saw enough to tell me that even with Man United's structure and stuff like that, whatever the case would be, Liverpool still were fashioning enough chances and good chances too, that could have scored more than just the one goal. So I know that Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand and those guys will have us think that Man United had, Amorim provided a tactical masterclass and Man United did X, Y, Z. I wouldn't necessarily agree, but they scored 2, I scored 1, and they deserve him in the game in that order.
Don't worry, back to reality on Saturday for Man United.
But yeah, so that's my take. My take is that Liverpool need to improve defensively, and I think it can take another 2 or 3, maybe 4 games before you see the attackers really get back to form. Which by that point it might be too late, and this risk lot will come in for criticism for sure, because at the end of the day you spent money. Spent a lot of money. And we know that the media is not going to let it slide with the whole, how to sell down on gel type of argument.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. We get labeled £1 billion bottle jobs, even though half of the money we spend the players in for the squad. But anyways, moving on.
But
so no, they shouldn't.
I think they would deserve criticism, but I think everything should be put in perspective.
Of course.
Perspective is this.
But perspective don't exist for all clubs.
True, but perspective would be that there was a lot of turnover of players. Some enforced, some not, and also key personnel had injury issues that disrupt certain things in the same backline, in the same midfield, whatever the case would be. But I think long term Liverpool will be fine. That's my thought. We come back to this thing after Christmas and you let me know if you think I'm right. Go ahead though.
Well, I think y'all will be fine too. I am not ruling y'all out in the title race yet. I think, for me, I see 3 issues with Liverpool. 2 you already talked about, so I'll just gloss over them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1.5. The first one is definitely, the key difference I notice in y'all is that y'all lack control in games. We mentioned it in last show too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you mentioned conceding chances, but to me, y'all are also conceding higher quality chances than I've seen y'all concede before.
Mm-hmm.
That midfield is an issue. Like, it doesn't feel like y'all have much control anymore. It's crazy to me. And I think it's part of, for me, I think y'all still needed a 6 in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
That for me would have been a key sign. I know people talked about the Gay signing, which is critical as well. But I think y'all needed a 6 in my opinion, especially with McAllister not being 100%. Somebody was definitely needed in that midfield area for me. I don't know if it would have helped, but I think for sure y'all have a problem in that midfield, definitely. I think one of the glaring issues is, people could talk about Verts, people could talk about Isak, Frimpong, Kirkes. My biggest issue with y'all is Salah and Van Dijk.
Mm-hmm.
To me, you said it perfectly. Van Dijk has been passing the buck the whole season. And his defending for that first goal was disgusting. Like, and I think Gary Neville pointed it out on commentary too. When that collision occurred, because Mboma was involved in the collision too, because he was on the ground.
He gave him a run past Van Dijk.
Like,
And Van Dijk saw him running, but Van Dijk actually point to Canal come across. Canal tried, but when Van Dijk could have come over and clear the ball.
He didn't even sprint. He didn't even. I don't ever want to accuse a footballer of not making an effort because I know they.
You know what it is though?
It looked that way.
You know what it is though? His comments say a lot. You know what he said? He said that the angle looked tight from Mboma. He was surprised that he was able to finish the chance. That's what he said.
He really said that?
He said that. He said that he,
That's crazy.
the angle was tight and he didn't expect him to. He said something to that effect.
That's crazy.
That he didn't expect him to finish from that angle. And it's almost as though it's almost as in reading the game, I seen the picture. He said the ball going wide, and I don't believe that the guy could score. You know, it's like it's almost like I don't know. You're playing a game or a video game or something like that. You don't fancy it from there. Like he can. It's almost like one of those things. Like almost like a football arrogance type of thing.
Exactly, that ain't good enough in your first minute of a game. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. To me, and like even with the goal that Caicedo scored, backing off, it's like he keeps expecting somebody else to do a job that he should be doing. And the worst part is he's a captain, lead from the front. I don't like that. Salah as well. I feel Van Dijk issue is more of an attitude issue more than a farm issue though. That is my perspective. Salah issue is a farm issue for me.
Yeah.
I know people want to talk about the 400k contract. I don't think it's that. I think Salah is just woefully out of form.
Just woefully out of form.
That shot that he should have at least get on target, but they also had like too many in the middle that he could have scored too.
Actually, I saw a froze frame of it. I mean, the ball first arrived at him. It looked like those guys getting murked. So then he decided to shoot. You know, he can't change your mind at that point. But the thing is, right, but he shouldn't have dragged the shot away. You wouldn't expect that from him. So I agree with you that he's woefully out of form. But you know what's interesting? I started season right, I would have said that, so I wasn't seeing the ball enough. And in the last 3 or 4 games, he's starting to see the ball again. He just ain't converting. Sure. So is that he ain't in form.
Yeah, he's definitely not in form. So I think y'all need like Verts and Isak to cut the party, but y'all need y'all big players, y'all leaders, the men that were key to y'all title last season to step up. Van Dijk needs to lead from the front. I don't like some of the comments that I've been reading either too. There's not enough accountability taken in my opinion. Especially as a defender, 1, and as a captain, 2. And
you see it on the field too in terms of body language. I don't like that everything seems as if he's having to go at Kirkes a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what? Character building. This is why you say character building, right? Slot could easily do what I would have done, but I'm not a manager. And go back to Robertson and maybe stabilize it and then reintroduce Kirkes, but maybe that kills him. So maybe it's a case where Kirkes boy go play through this.
Yeah, but
I would still have a word with Van Dijk though about
Yeah, but that kind of leads into my third point. One of the things that I always admired Klopp for is Klopp was excellent at bedding in players.
Yes.
Like whenever y'all had a new signing, he will always take his time and integrate the player.
Fabinho, Keita, many. Most of the time, yes.
Most of the time.
Oxlade-Chamberlain when he signed him.
Slot isn't doing that, and that's a mistake for me. Frimpong, I could understand. Yeah.
He was injured. He got injured started season, so yeah.
Fine. But to me, there was no need for Kirkes to immediately grab that left back spot. There was no need. Verts I could understand too, but the problem is that you say he needs to figure out what he wants to do with him. He signed him. I think he knows what he wants to do with him, but it's like we have talked about. He is avoiding making a hard decision about that current midfield trio that he loves to play. So Bozalay, Gravenberch, and McAllister. That is where he needs to make the decision as well.
But here's the thing, right? There have been not many, because remember I've been one of the proponents that Wirtz isn't necessarily playing bad, and if you look like chances created, he has created a number of chances that people haven't taken. But there've been 1 or 2 games. That would say I think the Wirtz part of what's a lot of confusion is that how do I find cohesiveness? But at the same time, I gotta recognize that I might have a cherry pick certain games for him, because we've seen games Palace in the first half, for example. Not really Palace in the first half. Newcastle away, Arsenal first half, Everton. I think part of the Everton game as well. Burnley, where number 10 position, where Wirtz floating in, is so congested that he gained the ball, but he gained time to turn and do what he want to do.
Yeah.
So then the argument is that maybe if he started on the left late, where Coutinho would play, for example, or other players like that, and let him drift in, he might have more time. Exactly. So that could be. I think that has become like in his mind like, okay, against Man United. I think what he started some bosses is like against Man United, I swear it's going to get enough time in there. But then Man was aggressive, yes, but they weren't necessarily aggressive from the press. And I found that McAllister and Szoboszlai, when they got the ball, they still had time to turn and make passes too. So
yeah, I think that would have been a good game for him to start.
I think it would have been a good game.
I think it would have been a good game. But I think, and again, it's that Ekitike situation. I mean, it may sound silly because Ekitike is not an old signing, but he's been at the club longer. He actually had a pre-season with the side. So for me, I would have started the season with Robertson. Cortez is a good player, but give him time.
Great.
Give him time to work himself into games like what Klopp would do. And then the Isaac Ekitike situation got my mind blown. Like, I agree. The only game I could forgive it is the Palace because he was stupidly suspended. But to me, Isaac has not done enough to take that shirt from Ekitike. Ekitike has, to me, been one of your best attackers this season.
It's like you playing Isaac because you remember what Isaac was in the Newcastle shirt. But you could clearly see that, yeah, his performance is getting gradually better, but he ain't there yet.
Yeah.
And also, I think what you also got to factor in is that the guys have been more accustomed to playing with Ekitike, and certain partnerships have been already starting to formulate. So now it's almost like starting from ground zero because you know you got to build a relationship with Isaac.
It's true. And I think that he needs to focus. I think you mentioned chemistry as well when you were doing your control rant. Right? Control, by the way.
Yeah. I've grown.
Yeah, he needs to focus on building chemistry. You don't have to shoehorn everybody into your starting lineup right away. Just gradually ease those players that don't have to start right away into the equation.
But something I want cussy for though. Not obviously not literally cussy, but figuratively cussy. Because you want to lash pops. That, and that's not. I know against Arsenal, in the injury crisis, you play Sean Bosley at right back, and he did relatively okay. He scored a free kick. Alright, whoopie do. But why it's like I find out with him when he misses a sub and it works out, it's almost like playing FIFA. Every game you got your favorite substitutions.
But to be fair to him, when Sabota has played right back, he's been decent though.
Okay. Wait. Yes, but no. At the same time, no. Why are you putting him at right back in that game against Man United? Because actually, if you watch the game again, I think when he put him at right back, Amorim immediately brought on Sesko and pushed Mount over there. And Cunha. Over on the left hand side, and Cunha had the way with it. Canada had to be coming across a lot to help. But again, Bradley didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. You're getting any more from Bosley from an offensive point of view, you're cheerleading game. So I assume the idea is to go forward or create more offensively. You're getting anything more from that position from Shabosy than you would get from Bradley. Why not? You could bring Frimpong there earlier ever since. And it might confuse too. Frimpong signed as a right back or he's signed as a right winger. Because like, you confused as to where you want UC to.
But he ain't a wing back by trade.
He's a wing. Well, Leverkusen played with a back three and he was a wing back, yes. But it almost like you send this man for versatility and
seems that way.
I want specialists.
When he come on, he play right wing.
He played more for Salah, play right wing. Where he delivered across like Gakpo should have scored. Gakpo made me laughing.
Gakpo is another one too. Like I think that's kind of Scott's dilemma. Like Gakpo scoring goals, but I don't think he necessarily playing well.
Exactly.
So, but he might go make a tough decision there too. I mean, to me, that first chance probably should have scored, in my opinion.
Yes.
The second one was a cross come shot, so I ain't worried about that. The third attempt was a really good attempt, unlucky. But that header.
Oh, header! But even the goal that this man scored, you know, keep it dive to the left, and keep it to the skirt, but save that too. You almost get the ball.
So that's another dilemma. He's scoring goals, but he's not necessarily playing well. So that's another thing. Even against Chelsea, he wasn't great, but he popped up with a goal. Yeah. So yeah.
But I don't know. But again, Punisher Boss, I think though, I believe that you could ban it out substitute. Everybody fit now, right? Yeah. Both right backs fit, Bradley and Frimpong.
Yeah. Because it was just like you said, it was just an emergency thing. Yeah.
But you realize that every game since he said taking off Shabazz, he's putting the right back.
Yeah.
Listen. Shabaz's position in the team should be certain games, yes, maybe number 10 or because you want to work or whatever. Other games, fight with McAllister or Graham Birch. I play the 8.
I agree.
He got enough ability that he could.
I definitely agree. I think with McAllister's form though, I would have probably be tempted to start him on the bench though. At least against Man United, give Wirtz that opportunity.
Good. Or even Curtis Jones. I don't think Curtis Jones has been necessarily bad when he's come off at times. But you know what, Curtis Jones? I would make an argument for you, but because you run off a back post for that winner, you could sit on the bench again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But when they do send some against Palace too.
Frimpong run off, yeah.
What is it with that though?
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But anyways, I don't think the race is over. I know that you said that if they don't fix it, they won't win anything, and that's fair. But I genuinely think that y'all will come good. Like you said, you rightfully said to me, it's not that y'all aren't creating chances to score goals. Y'all are just missing chances, and then y'all are conceding very good chances to the opposition as well.
And very soft goals.
Exactly. So yeah, I think ultimately Liverpool will be fine though.
This is how we'll frame it.
At least I hope so, but-
I think it'll be fun. This is how we'll frame it. They've lost 3 games in the league consecutively. They got a maximum of 2 more losses to give up. They can't keep on dropping points. Maybe another 2 defeats max. Because most times when a team in the league, they don't lose more than 5 games across the season.
Fair. So y'all gotta be like.
You're putting yourself in a position
Arsenal have
early.
a great run right now too.
Correct. Arsenal, and this is the problem Liverpool have as well. As much as that way said, I think they'll be fine long term. Short term, I'm not so sure. Frankfurt away, followed by Brentford away, Palace in the Cup at home. Then you have Villa at home in League. Real Madrid in the Champions League away, City away. That's a tough run.
Tough run.
I listen. But you know what? I maintain I won't kill you. I will not kill them, I should say, in terms of my criticism either. Unless something really dastardly happen. Or maybe if it catch me immediately after a bad result, like on Sunday. But I wouldn't kill them just on the simple fact that they won the league last year.
Yeah.
I give them a little grace.
Sure. Alright, so that's
I ain't like certain people that squad fit for Europe for the first time at some other time. I sacked the manager. I know you can go out and sack another one. I ain't like certain people, certain teams in the league. But you know what I'm talking about. You're about to tell me about them. Go on.
Let's move on to Nottingham Forest.
That's what I was referring to.
Oh gosh, I know that's what you're referring to. I don't know, man. Alright, let me give you my thoughts on this.
Go ahead.
We know before the international break, Ange was on thin ice.
I know, we're going.
We get to that. I want to talk about Saturday specifically. You watched the game?
I watched up until you went to Love It.
Okay. Did Forest play badly?
First half, no.
They didn't play badly in the second half either? Forest missed a lot of good chances, I mean, they had a disastrous start to the second half where we went to a pretty quick time. But to be fair, to me, that is not a sackable performance kind of game. That's my first issue. You can clearly see he was watching the game up to 2-0 too, because then about 2-0 you see his seat was empty, Marinakis. You could sit there and you can see that they had a decent game plan. They went 5. They stifled our attack. They had decent chances to score. You can clearly look and see that the team is not doing badly. Right? I know they haven't won, but they're not doing badly. Use your head. And then to sack the man basically in the tunnel after the game? Come on, have a heart, man.
You did that once before.
Don't tell me about Ancelotti.
It is the truth.
Okay, and that was awful too.
You get the habit from you. That's what I'm trying to say.
My gosh.
But the point is
we knew it was inevitable, but I don't like it. The man has been in charge for less than 10 games, right?
Is it games?
The man needs time. Again, Forest under Nuno and Forest under Ange are going to be 2 different propositions. You have to give that time to bedding. It's not that I rate Ange ever so highly. I mean, he had a shocking season with Spurs in the league last season. But come on. Less than 10 games? That is not acceptable. And I saw this Chelsea journalist, because she was giving her take on it. And she said that, was it her or somebody else? Anyways, some journalist was saying that they were literally interviewing, I think it was Morgan Gibbs-White. And he was saying that they still have full confidence in Ange. And to me, I just wonder if owners is actually taught to players. Like, I know we players used to talk to Abramovich for sure. But, like, come on, do you actually sit with players and be like, just find out what are their perspectives? Like, come on, I do not think that those players can be totally happy right now about what's going on at that club. I genuinely don't. So, yeah, I'm not even saying this as a big and supporter. I'm just saying this from, I just don't see what happened on Saturday as deserving to get sacked, period, and then deserving to get sacked in the way he did. It's just, I think Marinakis, from this whole final with Nuno thing to now, I just think that he is on, not even from them, from that whole, remember they had something last season where he come on the pitch and it was calling, like, I don't know if it's ego, I don't know what it is, but he needs to calm down. Like bring it down a level, honestly. Kevin.
Okay, thank you. You see, what you misunderstand, right, is that you thinking that the man gets sacked because of the performance, or I guess the result. Like you said, it wasn't a 3-0 performance. That's the truth, right? I agree with that. They play well. They had it bad the first half, but did they think that Nottingham Forest would have won that game? No.
Not to me either. But
listen, I knew that Forest was not going to win the game. You want to know? I knew that Forest was not going to win the game. The first goal was very important. In fact, the first half they probably should have had at least 2. But you know, two things I was sure about 2 things from watching the first half. I think been sure about anything else recently. 1, Forest ain't gonna play as good in second half, and Chelsea ain't gonna play as bad.
Fair.
So I knew that Chelsea, and from the time, but the thing is that the thing that you could always level at Ange is the defending is never good enough. Because he goes and he scores some sloppy goals too.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
First goal, Ashapon basically had a free header.
Basically, it was a free header.
Second goal, South should have probably saved that.
Definitely should have saved it. Actually, sorry. So that I don't defending. That was the goalkeeper. Go ahead.
And then Reece James basically Amara at the corner.
Right, a tap in or something like that, right? So like you could always levy a question at Andre's teams defensively in a sense.
Fair.
But I knew at Forest was not going to win the game. I didn't know the man was getting fired. The man was going to get fired. You want to know why the man was going to get fired? Because from the time before that, if after 7 games, because this was the if. If after 7 games, right, people are talking about the man job in trouble. We know the man get fired.
I know, but why should it be in trouble after 7 games? You gotta give people
because
time.
the manager want instant success.
You can't have instant success in you. What team has had instant success in the Premier League over the last decade? Even Forest, when wasn't he the owner of Forest when they got promoted?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
They was in a relegation battle, and then obviously when they survived. They appointed Nuno. Then he took.
Was he?
To a different
No, I don't think he
level.
was. I don't think he was.
He
I think he took over at some point after the promotion in the Premier League.
Oh, it was
So they right. You will see that
fair
fair Steve Cooper. Yeah, he took over. Yeah.
Fair enough. But still, what team has had instant success in this league for the last 10 years? Arteta has been in phase after phase at Arsenal.
City had instant success.
City did not have instant success. Are City get the money they win?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Pretty soon after. But I thought we were trying to bring him. I thought we were trying to bring. Okay. City had 2 phases. Remember, City were taken over by a group first, and then somebody else took them over after, which is the current owners. When the second owners took them over, it was pretty swift. First with Mancini, then with Pellegrini, then with Pep. Pep only had Pep had a 1-year betting.
That's my point. Give in like.
You had instant success when you was there.
Bet in.
You had instant success when you was there. They have been. Let me know. We get off track. They have been instances of instant success, okay, or relatively instant success. But instant success, let me measure it like this. Instant success in terms of competing for a trophy or qualifying for something based on whatever your target or ambition is as a club or a team, is different than being winless in 7 games. Right? It's clear. This way ultimately was. It's clear that the owner believe that his squad he has assembled at Forest, and they were your European surprise pit. So I assume that you also share in this sentiment.
I'm never gonna live this down.
Just wants to know.
Jeez, man.
But the point I'm making is that you will argue, having picked them there, I believe that their squad is
Decent.
better than being winless after 7 games, right? Who are the teams that they played in that 7-game run, buddy? If you remember.
We for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Them had hard teams though. I think he played Arsenal too. Arsenal was his first game.
Arsenal first game.
Not you. City? Didn't play City, I think.
I can't remember if they played City, but I think for sure they
Them
played.
hard games.
I think they played Sunderland, for example. They have some winnable ones too.
Agreed, but they have hard games too.
But you can't go 7 straight games and none
I
thing.
understand you, but I cannot.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. Listen, if I argue for Potter at Chelsea, and I said that you didn't give him enough time, I can't disagree that Ange get enough time.
Happy.
But I just felt that it was inevitable, and I come here to argue about it because I knew it was gonna happen.
It was.
I think after, like, honestly, we first started hearing doubts about Ange's position from about 4 or 5 games in.
I thought it was after 3.
After 3, I was trying to give you benefit though, but I think it was about 3 games in. So if after 3 games that you appoint a manager, and after 3 games, you talking about the man position being as in jeopardy, it telling me that whatever about this guy's set up a team or whatever case to be, or whatever he was asking him to do with your team, you're not satisfied with. Maybe it's a case that after, like, because sometimes it can happen too. Maybe it's a case that after you hire him and you see what his style of preparing team is. For example, you say, okay, whoa, I made a really big mistake here. I need to arrest this quickly. It could be one of those things too. Maybe from the start, he might, or whoever this called Edu's sporting director, I believe, thinking that this is not the right fit. I think where that becomes apparent, and again, remember when Ange first got appointed, I said to you that I think we might get some more entertaining games from Forest in terms of an offensive sense. But I just wonder what about our defense, because, like you said, Nuno and Ange still are two distinct, ends of the spectrum. So then it's a case where Ange won't play a high line with then slow defenders. You bring Sean Dyche, who's more aligned with maybe the sort of setup and structure team that you might want. But Dyche in the long-term appointment, Dyche is known to come Dyche, talking fast.
To start them getting ready.
Correct. Dyche is coming to help you to try and prevent you from getting relegated. And then from there you look for another manager again.
3 managers in less than 10 games in the league. That is crazy. That gotta be a record.
But right? I didn't want Forrest to get relegated from ever since. I never realized. Wait, was something happened, man. And it was something like when they did something. I can't remember exactly what it was, no. But I think it's been like 2 seasons now that I would have late if Forrest get relegated. If you remember correctly, I had Pitt Forrest get relegated the year before.
Yeah. Anyways, let me take a break for a word from our sponsors. Whole Health Pharmacy, located in Jordan's Complex, Speightstown, St. Peter, carries a variety of products to take care of you and your health. Essential oils, muscle rubs, and the run-of-the-mill medications. And definitely don't forget your vitamins. Vinci Sea Salt, air humidifiers, tumblers, and women's havens pads too. We got it all for you. Don't forget your Barbados and natural Vinci snacks. So for sure you're gonna keep coming back. Ever hear about structured water? Well, tell your son, tell your daughter. Whole Health Pharmacy. More than a pharmacy, we take care of you and your health. And we're back.
You must give me a chance to play the game, so.
I still got update about leaderboard.
Go ahead.
Yes. We having a rough leaderboard. Like, last week, I only got 2 results correct, no correct scores. And Andrew got 3 results correct, no correct scores. We having a rough time. But I am ready. I'm ready. What you done me?
Damn, man. Damn.
Will you see? I get excited. There we go. Match day 9.
You want to hear what you see first, or?
Yeah, will you see first?
All right, when we get to that game, I'll tell you.
Right, no problem. Match day 9. Who's up first?
Chelsea against Sunderland.
At home?
Yes, please.
Sunderland's a good side, but I ain't still back me to win this at least 3-1.
Okay. I will stick with Oscar as well. We'll go. Actually, I'll go 3-1. 3-1 Chelsea. Next game after that is Man United against Brighton. The one that you have been hoping for. Man U against Brighton.
You go first.
Oh yeah, it's Brighton go first.
Man U home?
Nah, yeah, they're home. Yeah. Man U against Brighton. Who Brighton plays this weekend? They won?
Newcastle, yeah.
Oh yeah, they beat Newcastle. But just because it's spiteful, I can go for a Brighton 2-1 win.
Me too.
just because.
Not because I'm spiteful, but because I joined it. That's
But I let it be known I spiteful.
Okay.
Man U fans.
Brighton pick up though. Since he started the season, they already picked up.
Right. The reason I said damn is because the late game on Saturday at 3. Once delayed, same time gone back yet.
3? So was it 12:30?
They're not 12:30.
Why? Weird.
There's no early kickoff this weekend. So
Wait. No. I mean.
Oh, sorry. So 12:30 time would be.
Our time.
That would be Man U Brighton.
Okay.
Then there's a 10 o'clock.
Okay.
There are two 10 o'clock games, which you are one, and then right.
Okay.
There's late. So there's no 7:30 kickoff as normal, which I did not realize beforehand.
Was this late kickoff that you so damning about?
I ain't damning because the opponent. I damning because I don't think I get to watch it.
Oh, what is?
It's Brentford hosting Liverpool.
Oh, what are you doing?
Remember my cousin doing getting married
Oh,
on Saturday.
everybody getting married.
Yeah.
Brentford v Liverpool.
Yes. You know, I wish that we the recording tomorrow instead, so I would know the result of Frankfurt game, so it would give me a better indication of whether or not I think Liverpool will get a result here. It's your turn to go first, though.
Yeah, I know. This is so hard because I can legitimately see Brentford winning this 2-1. But I cannot see. I just can't see Liverpool losing 4 on spin in the league. Because I'm doing it already. I can go with a 2-2.
Okay. Kind of steal my prediction. I was gonna go for 2-2 as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily convinced that they win this game. So between now and on Saturday's slot, like we said, you got to fix the defensive stability team.
And like you said, tomorrow will be a good indication of.
Right.
Yeah.
And Brentford is a team that very direct as well, and Liverpool been struggling with teams that go direct and go with a lot of long throw the set pieces.
Yeah.
They be panic, they be mayhem in that box on Saturday. So people like Van Dijk will have to step up and lead.
Facts.
But I'm hoping, because I expecting a draw, I'm hoping for at least not even a draw, because obviously I do really would like a victory.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for just a result to arrest this slate. Correct.
Alright, we've predicted 3 games and all of our predictions are the same. We gotta do better.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so Sunday. Interesting. So there are a lot of games on Sunday. So, but Arsenal Palace. This is at 9 o'clock our time. Arsenal at home to Palace. Wait, I gotta go first this time though.
Yeah, you do.
So I say like what for cause you vote there. Right. Wait, what were you gonna predict by the way? What were you gonna say?
No, you can wait till you're done to let me predict.
Alright, Arsenal against Palace.
If you say why predict, I can show you this tablet.
Okay. I'm not gonna say what you predict.
Right.
I ain't good for upset. I really want to go 2-1 Palace.
Is that what you're going?
Yeah. I don't care.
That's
2-1
a
Palace.
prediction.
You think so?
I get 1-1 though. I think Palace got signed for Arsenal.
Oh, what time actually? It's a terrible prediction. But girl, 1-1.
I cannot see Arsenal. I can't see Arsenal conceding 2-1 against Palace. But I definitely do think that Palace can do something to Arsenal. At some points.
I don't know what you can see Arsenal conceding to against Palace. I got a big Mateta about it.
Mateta boy.
A man in form. A man real in form too. Serious form. What has Palace got? Talk me. What Palace got? They got you guys to play for Villarreal, Pino, on the wing. What has Palace got though?
No, Eze.
My Ishmael Sarr boy making us sport you.
No,
Can I score too? They don't need Eze. He got Ismail Sarr.
Eze might score too. Anyways.
Yeah, he play.
He play.
Alright, so I'm going to 1 Palace, you sticking 1-1. I feel like both of us will be wrong though. Fair Arsenal probably. But anyway.
Yeah, that'd be sucky though.
So Aston Villa hosting Man City.
good win on Saturday for them. But City look, honestly, since Donnarumma has come in the team, City look a lot more solid at the back. Although I still felt Everton did have some good chances on whoever they was in play Saturday. I think City win this 2-1.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw.
Really? That's interesting. My thing with City though, it'd be interesting to do a segment on City soon. Like, it feels like even though they're playing okay, it feels like Haaland kind of keeping them afloat. Like, goals didn't really come in. I think Bernardo Silva scored there. Goals didn't really seem to be coming from other places, so that would be interesting to see if he doesn't stay fit, what happens. But you know, they're doing okay.
Game 1-1. I got Morgan Rogers.
That was a good goal on Sunday.
All right, and the last game on Sunday, let's kick off this weekend. And we predicting next weekend as well, right? Right, so we have Everton hosting Spurs.
Gosh, I think Everton can win this, but it wasn't my turn to predict.
Oh, yeah, I predicted Everton win too. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton.
Same. You probably should have rethink that, given who Spurs got in next match there.
Who's Spurs going next match day?
You'll see. Everton top 2-1.
Right.
2-1 Everton.
Wait, you predicted 2-1 Everton as well, right? Okay. So what do you mean by rethink?
Because you'd always be like, I don't want to go back-to-back losses for Spurs.
That was different. All right. So anyway, Saturday. Again, no early kickoff next weekend. Interestingly. So I think next Saturday, next Saturday, which will be October 1st, should bring the time saving, whatever thing, daylight saving time thing. So the game should go back by an hour. So at 1:30 our time, we have Spurs hosting Chelsea.
Why is that? That's the only big game that on Saturday?
No.
So why we starting with that? What happened to the 11 o'clock games?
Then the tops. Oh my bad, sorry, I forget. I didn't see them.
Skip straight to the main event.
I didn't see two of them either. I didn't see Man U got a game and I didn't see Arsenal got a game. Sorry, relevant are they? Alright, anyway, so Arsenal, sorry, my bad. Burnley hosting Arsenal at 11 next Saturday.
Arsenal to win 3-0.
I would say Arsenal win 4-0. I'll go 4.
Oh gosh, not 4. I say Arsenal scoring 4 man. But anyways.
Then we have Forest hosting Man United. Big Sean Dyche.
Forest to win 1-0.
Oh, I'm gonna go for 1-1 draw.
That might have been the worst prediction I ever gave on the show.
I'm gonna see because you reacted emotionally.
I did.
But I'm gonna go 1-1 draw for Forest and United.
That was definitely an emotional prediction.
So then no, we can't go to
emotional predictions.
Let's go ahead. So now we can go to Spurs hosting Chelsea.
I went first.
Oh yes, sure. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Chelsea win.
You're a waste, man. Honestly, Spurs have been decent this season, but this is 3-point lane. We always go there and win. But it all depends on which Chelsea decide to show up. But I am also going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win because I will never back Spurs to beat my team on this Dugout Podcast. We could be losing 5 penny boats. I will always predict Chelsea to go to 3-point lane and win.
That is nice to know.
Watch me lose and they can't hear crying.
The late kickoff at 4 on Saturday.
Oh, that is late. That'd be worth my time.
Liverpool hosting Aston Villa.
Definitely worth my time.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be a good game.
You gotta go first.
Ooh. I don't know. It's honestly right. I have never struggled to predict y'all games as much as I do this season. Because I know Villa could got sent for winner. I feel by now y'all should have arrested the slide.
Okay.
So I am going to go with a 3-1 Liverpool win.
Okay.
Another bad prediction.
No. Actually, I'm going to predict Liverpool win because I believe that if he gets sent from Brentford, you should be able to then start building some momentum again.
Yeah. Against
Villa, and I am going to go with a 2-1 Liverpool win against Villa at Anfield.
Cool.
Right, Sunday, the only game that we have to predict on Sunday would be, and this should wrap up the predictions for this toss. It should be City at home to Bournemouth. Interesting game. That's a very, very interesting game.
Bournemouth has been so good this season.
Yes.
I mean, they lost their centre back pairing,
They left back.
and they have just been so good. I've been so impressed with Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth got sent for City.
Me too. But what's your prediction?
I think go 2-2.
I'm also going to go 2-2. My God.
I was tempted to go 2-1, but I think with the form Haaland in, I would go 2-2.
I'll go 2-2 as well.
Yeah. Honestly, right? On a real, this Premier League season has been very good. I know your team is not where you want it to be. My team is not where I want it to be either.
Want to win, care?
But why you don't care?
Because I won the league last year. I kill kind of on a high for now. I ain't want people that like immediately kill my team. You know what I mean? After success, if I had a bad season, they're not robots. But go ahead.
Yeah, I get that. But when you look at the standings, right? Okay, Arsenal currently have a 3-point gap fight.
Yes.
But that is precarious. You literally had a 5-point gap like 3 weeks ago. So
true.
we ain't getting, yes, Arsenal are very good defensively, but let's not get carried away. But when you look at there, Man City 16, Liverpool 15, Bournemouth 15, Chelsea 14, Spurs 14, Sunderland 14, Palace 13, United 13, Brighton 12, and Villa 12.
It can look a fight.
That's like all down to like Villa, Everton in 12, right? Are 4 points off top 4. That's mad. It just shows that I love the fact that anybody could be anybody. Usually when Everton rock up to City, I expect them to get spanked. But I thought Everton did pretty okay in that game. Like, to me, the teams are playing really, really well, with the exception of West Ham and Forest and all them down there. But to be honest, those teams in top 12, they're all capable of beating each other. And that's, to me, what's making the Premier League very exciting this season, to be honest. I mean, when you think about it, I saw a stat that y'all actually have 1 point more than y'all did last season. But the difference is Arsenal have started well, and City have started okay. But then when you look around,
but City started okay last year, though. Remember City that was in front last year at this stage.
It's true. So I'm actually really enjoying the league. The games are genuinely exciting. So yeah, I think it's been a decent season. I would like my team to start moving at the table, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man.
Earn a slot. La 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 la.
Anyways, we can wrap up. I do the intro, so you could wrap up.
Whoa. Anyhow, thank you for joining us for this edition of the Dugout Podcast. It has been a pleasure. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. A special thank you to our sponsors, Spirit-led Studios, and
Look it up there.
first, right? You put me in a spot. I was not expecting the close, but anyway. Special thank you to our sponsors, Spirit-led Studios, and trust me, we value our sponsors despite my bad memory in that moment. And Whole Health Pharmacy, right? You can follow us at the Dugout _podcast. Me personally at Drew9106, and I'm glad.
See, this is why you should not wish for other people's downfall, Mr. 4 on the bones.
Marissa
Simone 91, I think.
I wasn't wishing for it, but it happened.
You did it before I paused for like 1 second. And you anyways.
It was more than 1 second.
Oh my god. Whatever.
Yes, thank you for joining us, viewers, and we will see you again next time.